This is Hannibal here from The Hannibal TV on YouTube with a daily wrestling news update. Powerhouse Hobbs, one of AEW's top up-and-comers, bodybuilder, African-American wrestler, who once wrestled on, I think it was Collision, former Great North Wrestling Canadian champion Jeremy Prophet. That was a Toronto taping. He is going to WWE, it appears, because he's officially been removed from the AEW roster page. He did wrestle on Dynamite and Collision this week. So the unusual thing about it is they sat out Jericho since April, but they used Hobbs. And Hobbs, although he's a big up-and-comer, he's not as much of a ratings getter as Jericho. But they used Hobbs right up until the end. And speaking of ratings, Dynamite only did 0.08 this week, 526,000 viewers. Again, they're making like $180 million a year off of WBD, which is being sold to Netflix. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to the AEW TV shows. NXT, they only are getting like $26 million a year from CW. They did a 0.09 and 618,000 viewers. So the development WWE show is still kicking AEW's butt. Too Cold Scorpio, who I've wrestled a bunch of times, had an incident where he was working security. I think he's got like 6 or 7 kids. He still wrestles, but he was doing security at a gas station. Got attacked, had to resort to using a knife. That was about 2 or 3 years ago. The trial date is at the end of the month, January 26th, a Monday. So I wish him the best on that. Speaking of former Great North Wrestling Canadian champions, PCO appeared for Juggalo Championship Wrestling over the weekend. Of course, we air some of their footage. I just feel PCO's in his 60s now, I believe, and he's still gashing himself hard way. I mean, do what you got to do. I mean, I truly like him. I was roommates with him in Puerto Rico and stuff, and I've known him since my days of training with Jacques Rougeau, because I think they're off again now. They've been on again, off again, friends for a while. They're off again now, but I just hate to see him getting beat up like that. But he's doing what he loves, and I think JCW, although I don't think it pays as much as TNA may have, it's a better place for PCO. Plus Jasmine St. Clair has a crush on him. So there you go. I don't know what his status is right now, and I don't know if she would care or not, but she did tell me on camera that she has a big crush on PCO. Here's something weird. AEW has signed a bunch more small wrestlers. MJF wrestled one of these guys on the weekend. I don't know if it was part of the wrestling deal to get signed, but MJF wrestled on the weekend against these 2 wrestlers. And this was for Limitless Wrestling in Maine. One of them is, I think, called Jordan Oliver, and the other one is Alec Price. I haven't heard of them, but they're both signed now. So take a good look at them. AEW is going down the same lane. Let's hire small indie-looking wrestlers, and they're expecting a different result. They're getting 0.08s right now. They should fight for the better guys like Hobbs to keep, and try and bring some names over from WWE, but it's going to be hard. Their TV show is in jeopardy. Yeah, they can pay a lot, but they're not getting very good crowds overall. A lot of crowds under 1,000 last year. They do have some outliers that are bigger, but overall, I mean, they've been going in front of like 1,000-ish crowds lately in small venues and a lot of residencies. So Mike Piper's doing great. Piper is doing great. Abu Weasal from Stampede Wrestling, a legendary manager there, is going to be doing an interview with me Thursday night at, I guess it's going to be 7 p.m. Or sorry, it's going to be 11 p.m. Eastern. 11 p.m. Eastern. Mike McGurk, she's like disappeared. Colonel Parker might happen, and Nails is going to happen at some point this year, Mike D. I promise you. Please give this video a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts on the news.